how to boost your model's Instagram accounts via Instafans. Already, the objective is simple, very clear, right from the start. First, it's all about earning money. So, in the end, people will come and interact with your model's profile, whether it's story interactions with views, likes, reactions to quizzes, and so on, interactions on posts, in comments, sending DMs, following and also looking at real Instagrams, liking, commenting, etc. The aim is really to interact and ensure that, in the end, the traffic comes, external in the end to your rich, but internal to the Instagram application. So the aim is really to be able to push your account to have more reach, and in parallel with that, obviously, to start building loyalty with people via stories, via posts, and for those people to subscribe to your private account. But always keep in mind that the primary objective, in any case of this strategy I'm showing you, is really to acquire richness, so that your real Instagrams, you go up little by little when you want to set up a main account or even slave accounts, so secondary accounts on which you'll be able to repost TikToks in the form of real Instagrams, for example. In the beginning, you need a little dynamite. Instafans will really help you to get your head above water, to get a few hundred views per reel, and little by little, if your account is of high quality, you'll be able to reach thousands of views, then tens of thousands of views, and so on. Of course, it's Instagram, it takes a few days, even a few weeks, but in the end, you get there. So already, the objective of the strategy is clear. Now, before we start setting up targets, it's very important that we speak frankly to each other. So let's get off to a good start. Have a square account. It's the same as if you were selling your agency account, for example, and were looking to recruit new models. It's exactly the same for models. Your model's account has to look good. So the profile photo is very, very important. A profile photo where you can see the girl smiling with her head, her breasts, you can see if she's blonde, brunette, if she has nice teeth, etc. Really, it has to be clean and simple. Really, it has to be clean. Because I remind you that ultimately, the main functionality, but ultimately, the whole thing, is really interacting with stories, but also with posts and likes. But in fact, if a girl is going to interact with the story, the guy is going to look directly at the girl's profile photo. And then he'll think, oh yeah, she's good, she's not good. If he thinks she's nice, he's more likely to come to your profile than if he thinks she's not nice. Because in general, they're curious. When you've got a girl who's pretty and good looking, she'll come straight to your profile. So the profile photo is very important, and it's really what's going to determine your success. Next, your profile has to be attractive, etc. And depending on that, on your profile too, that person is going to be more or less apt to interact, to look at your stories, etc. Now that we've seen that, let's move on to the settings. Here, for those who don't know how to connect an Instagram account and start setting targets, etc., everything is explained in the basic tutorials here. This is where we really get down to strategy. Here, we'll go straight to saying that we have a girl who's a model for our agency, or at least for whom we collaborate, and she's brunette with big boobs, and she has no tattoos. So brunette with big boobs, brunette, big boobs. That's the target. Now we're going straight to Instagram, where you really have to know your market to find out which Onlyfans girls are brunettes, have big boobs, aren't certified, and aren't included. Because, as we've already seen in the previous tutorials, the girls have to look good. So, to start with, what I'd advise you to do is type brunette. In the hashtag brunette, you'll be able to find a bunch of them. If you know any brunettes yourself, it could be interesting. But if you don't know any and you're just starting out, you'll have to start somewhere. So here, you'll be able to start making progress little by little. You'll be able to look at their profile and see if it's interesting or not. Are they suitable for Onlyfans or not? Here, for example, profile number 1. Do you want to target girls who look yes or no to them? Here, for example, we can say yes. Now, you need to know if the girl is a Latina, if she looks Latina, and is her audience Spanish, English, French, etc. Spanish, English, French, etc. Given her profile, I'd say she's more Spanish. Personally, for my strategy, I'm not interested. After that, if you want to go mass and just have interactions, why not? You can look at other people. We can look at her, for example. It's still an AI, but even so, the audience looks pretty interesting. Now, what you're going to have to do is add all the brunettes you know who are brunettes, and have long hours. Look, explore. It's really a lot of work, but the more quality listings and targets you have, the higher and better your results will be. Very important. Here, let's imagine. We'll put 3 anyway. We'll go down. Here, for example, we can say to ourselves, well, maybe some of Solen's friends are brunettes too, and they seem to like them. Is Solen the only fan? No. So the best thing would be to boast about girls who have only fans. Is she the only fan? No, she isn't. Could it be interesting? Why not, depending on how committed she is. Do I find this quality, 2,400 likes for 6,000, for 61,000 followers, interesting all the same? So, for example, you could put this target here. The aim is to include all the girls who generally have an OnlyFan, so we'll insert the targets directly. We'll do the same thing for people followers and people followers. Once again, the target is to find men, so we're going to insert brunettes. Everything to do with brunettes, so we'll put everything there. Likewise, in hashtags likers, we can really put all brunettes. But now, we can come back here, and if we want other girls who are brunettes, for example, we can put brunettes. Maybe we'll be able to find them. We're also interested in finding brunette pages, in the sense that they're people who repost pages, for example. What we really want is brunette baddies. We can really pack it in. We can see that it's not incredible. We can put brunettes promotion. We can put a bunch. We can even put OnlyFans. Promotion, for example. Because then it's not just models who are on OnlyFans promotion. There are also guys who are interested in OnlyFans. So we can put this one in. We can get into OnlyFans. We can get into that one too. So potentially, we can put in that they have to do promotions. So here, we can put promo. For example, here, no. And here, I didn't try to contain a promotion. It's really just a gig. You really have to go step by step. And little by little, you'll start to do your research and really find what suits you. The aim is to get the right tariffs. So, girls or pages with OnlyFans are bound to attract guys interested in OnlyFans. So as soon as they see a girl, they're potentially going to interact with your accounts and like photos showing your models. This means that your reach can be promoted by Instagram, which sees a positive sign in new interactions on your profile. The more targets you have, the better. Once again, you need quality targets. Here, we didn't necessarily choose pages that are Spanish or other. We had a few targets who spoke English, who were brunettes with big breasts. That's what we chose, except for the promotional pages. In fact, you can even put hashtags, big boobs, hashtags, etc., on them. These are a little more restricted, let's say, even if they do exist. You have to put a lot of them, really. Anyway, I'm not going to put them all here, but you can also put them on hashtag likers and so on. Now, in the action store, you can put this, for example. Here, I like to put 3 days or 5 days. Move forward, I leave it. Here, I put 5 days too. Here, you can put likes. You can put them on 1 or 2 posts. For example, you can put likes on 2 posts, if you like a guy's 2 posts. 1 post might be lucky, 2 might be better. It's up to you to decide. Follow, unfollow, there. You can also put some. Personally, I'd put some on a model account. And depending on the age of the account, well, this account is over a year old. So I'd say, for example, I'd put, 100 or 150. What I want to do is, I'd put 150. Unfollow here. I'd put from, so it's not too much either. I'd put from about 100 people. The number of unfollows per day can also be increased to 150 over a 7-day period. And then I'll skip. No, tack, okay. No, I'll leave it there. Okay, perfect. Here, we can put activity settings. For example, I'm going to set my account to be active 8 to 10 hours a day. From what time to what time? From 8 a.m. to, say, 2 a.m., randomize and always save. So there you have it, a bit of a target. What's a target? It's at least 30 targets to 100, and the more you have, the better. Okay. Once again, people followers and hashtag followers are the best targets, so you can focus on them. But once again, I copy the targets I put in people followers to put them in people likers. Okay? Because I'm not going to waste a drop. And speaking of which, I do the same thing for hashtags, simply. So there you go. You save, and right away, you can activate. There are tons of strategies for really finding the right profiles and hashtags. I've given you a few that are pretty simple, and then there are the more advanced strategies we use to manage our customers' profiles so that we can target them in a really precise way. That was Arthur. See you soon.